From 10 Pins and More in Rio Rancho here for the title matches of today's JBT event, the Youth New Mexico Open. Big tournament early on in the season in the New Mexico-Texas calendar. $1,000 for first place, courtesy of Steve Mackey and 10 Pins and More. We're into the title matches in each division. In that scratch division over here, they're at it again. It's Harley Swigert versus Dio Bernard. They have had some entertaining title matches, to say the least, already. Go look back at the last few matches on YouTube if you want proof of that. Apparently Remy is still making another appearance as Harley's gone Dutch through the first 4 frames. That's been okay today on a brutal scoring pace, but not right now, as Dio has opened up with the front 3. He has gotten the better of the Dio versus Harley battle of late, the rapidly rising star in Dio. Looking for front 4. Just a little light that time, leaving a fairly odd cluster. Over here, all of 6 years old, introducing Shaden Raymond to the world. He has been the top seed since almost the start of the tournament. He is taking on Faith Pinter. That's Faith for the handicap title and their $1,000 top prize. Any age, any average. I sit back here and preach it week after week after week. Shaden has been exceptional, but there are hundreds, if not thousands, of Shaden Raymonds all over the place that don't realize that yes, they are good enough and yes, they are old enough. Our youngest ever winner was 5, Stacy and Ashley Lamb, so he's looking to become somewhere in the top 10 on that list. Pinter was all but out of this tournament. She, in her previous match against Angela Romero, didn't even have a mark through 9 frames. And needed 19 pins in the 10th to win and shrugged it off and doubled from out of nowhere. Angela has still not talked to me to this moment. We'll get an update on that later on throughout the match, because this may or may not be her hair. That's his hair, though. We all know that hair all of a sudden. There's a lot of it and a lot of talent under all that hair, too. Spares up that cluster and strikes in the 5th. Harley, the all-time winningest lefty in our tour's history with 37 titles. You know, many of you wondering why we're allowing a 45-year-old to bowl our tournaments. Well, he just turned 22, so he is in his senior season with us. You have to be 21 or under at the start of the year. Why does a 21-year-old as good as him bowl our tournaments? You are doing very well in the scholarship earnings if you bowl as well as Harley Swigert, and he's got ASU bills to pay for, so why the heck wouldn't you? To their left, this is Robin Prio. We'll talk about an up-and-coming talent. She is playing Eileen Linares for the girls' scratch title after just wrapping up a 3rd place finish in the main scratch division. Raymond's got himself a 9 count over there. He's going cross lane right at that 7 pin. All over it. Good spare for the little guy. Robin lost to Harley 211 to 169 in the last scratch match. Harley beat Christian Apollonio 200 to 172 in the opening match. Romero beat CJ Tedeschi by 1 stinking pin to open up the handicap finals. And then Pinter with that dramatic come from behind that we talked about before then. Also had a consolation tournament today for those bowlers who missed the cut. Scratch was won by Callista Fritz, who beat Hayden Hull in that title match. And handicap was won by Taylor Herson, who, check this out, bowled the high game of the tournament, 267 scratch, to roll past Jay Effer there. Harley, pretty good shot, leaves the 6 pin. He's going to have to find some carry to catch up, perhaps, to Dio. Faith with a good effort at this 5-7, but not to be. She's already got 2 marks through 5 frames, so she's golden compared to where she was. But Shaden off that spare has a chance to really pour it on, but he's only going to get 3 off the spare. He's getting 47 pins in this match. And Dio unable to get that double. He would have loved to have that. Eileen was lurking around the top 4 in the scratch division. A lot of girls made the scratch cut. Let's see, it was Eileen, Robin, Elizabeth, and Lauren Harmeo all made the scratch cut today to the top 16, so excellent job from our talented females. No surprise there. Robin still has more bowling to do after this game. She'll play Dio for the U17 title. She had a chance at 3 titles today. We'll see if she can capture 1 or 2 of them. Pinter trying to ride the 1 board. It's not going to hook back from out there. Extremely challenging shot. A slight variation on what they used here for the adult New Mexico Open, and that had some of the best bowlers in the country crying back in August. They were super tough. And not much easier, if at all easier, here for the youth version. Held that follow through all the way on that one. Good looking shot, 10 in the pit, no doubter. Linares got herself a 3 to shoot at. She'll spare it up and be clean through 5, which gives her an early lead over Miss Robin. Harley has terrified me with a new motorcycle purchase. He's going to just drive the bike and his Burgundy Hammer out to New Jersey, he said. Grab an East Coast title before he ages out. Touchy, touchy, touchy lanes. If you grab it or miss a board right in his case, it flies high. Leak it out to the left and you'll be lucky to hit the head pin, but maybe even unlucky because you'll 379 a lot to the lefties. Super demanding. Your execution has to be perfect, and then you got to get the carry after that. Careful. All right. Shading of only 6, but a seasoned bowler is part of a giant bowling family, many of whom are back here cheering on. Get 4 out of that. 51 through 6. He trails by 20, and Faith is giving 47, so they're right about on pace to be super, super close. Back over to Swigert here. Needs to get some X's. Time running out. 8th frame. Pretty ball there. Looks like a little different atmosphere than the last time these two went at it in Flagstaff. There's a lot more money on the line this time, but they're still pretty much joking. You'd think these guys wouldn't like each other when they're playing each other for so many important things, but the media department tells me that somebody has been ditched for the doubles tournament. This is Dio's dad, Rick, and Dio and Harley have decided to team up for doubles instead. Rick is very upset about this, and we'll get another ringer out here, I'm sure. Oh, and a well-timed Brooklyn, and does catch the double. Harley is sour over in the corner after that one. Faith would love to get another mark here in the 7th. Switches to the plastic, and it's close, but goes by it. No big deal. I assume Faith will be losing by 90, and she'll get 91 pins in the 10th. Seems to be her trick. So yeah, part of the Raymond clan here. Is it cousin Geraldine Delagarito? Cousins, right? And of course all the Raymond family back in Aaron in the day, and this guy sitting back here. The Ashley's part of you guys' whole family too? Diff and Scott Ashley? They're all Farmington back in the day. Diff, yeah. Been at it a long time, between a couple generations of kids now. That's a good shot at the spare. Oh. 6 years old, that ball can't be much more than 6 pounds, and chops the 1-2 off the 4 there. Let's go over to Priolo. Looking for 3 in a row. She'll take the 9. Dio unable to put the final nail in the coffin there with the 6 pin in the 9th. He's pacing at 226. Harley can still strike out for 227, so it's his match if he can put together some strikes just like Faith does there. She's trailing. She seems to be at her best. Comes up with a good shot in the 8th. Harley must strike on this ball to have any chance. But again, does have the opportunity to force Dio to double in the 10th still. He likes it. Oh, get down, man. Harley knows he threw that one really well. That's a disappointing flat 7. That ball didn't go through the pins the way he had expected it to. Tough when you throw it that good on a tough pattern and don't get the hoped for result. Now let's see, 207. The deal would have to just stay behind the line, yeah. Alright, let's look at the difference on camera between Shaden and Harley in the same shot there. This one has a chance. Oh, deflects by it. 9 more through 8, and Faith's got a big shot coming up here with that strike working. So when you talk about Dio, you're already starting to talk about some pretty elevated stuff. Remember another left-hander who threw the ball pretty funky with the last name Buttriff. Yes, ma'am. Hi, Robin. Once Jacob started winning on our tour, he never stopped winning anywhere on planet Earth. And Dio is debuted with similar force out here. This is going to be win number 8 already for him. Trip that 9. Get it over! Well, look at that 9. Everything but falling over for Eileen. She's in control of that match over there, though. Faith didn't strike, but still has an opportunity to do a lot of catching up with this spare. She got it. So 98 through 8, so now she leads by 30, but still giving 47. She'll have that spare working in the 9th, though. Let's see if Shaden can come up with a response. Pretty good ball again. Oh, come on. You kidding me? Kid's 6 years old, bowling gods. Don't give him a 7-10 in the 9th frame. My goodness. Cruel, cruel game. That's what Harley says too, among other things, I'm sure. Of course, now the 6-pin trips from the fill ball. High quality game, a clean 190, but Dio not having it. Well, sign Shaden up for U of A as he makes a field goal. No one else in U of A can. 77, still anybody's game over there, but Planet Dio just goes on and on and on. And there they go, on and on and on. Like to see that. It's a tough pill to swallow for Harley, but they are good buds, and Harley is a funny guy when he wants to be. As he abdicates the plaque once again. Nice spare from Linares. Dio did it with strikes. Everybody else in the building did it with spares. Clean 190s won an awful lot of games this weekend. Dio had a few suspect spare moments, not this game, however, and just outstruck the competition. Speaking of spares, that's a giant one for Pinter in the 10th. As again, a pretty lousy first 7 frames and strike, spare, spare the rest of the way. We'll see what her fill ball is before we find out what Shaden's going to have to do. Robin's got 189 max. If she does get that 189, Eileen would still need to mark. So not quite done over there. Faith's fill ball is good for another solid count. It's an 8 and a 133. Shaden's sitting at 124, so look at this. Shaden Raymond needs 9 pins to tie and any mark to win. 6 years old. We know he's made a good stuff already. It's close. No! All right, but it's not over. Grandma's throwing the phone, but it's not. But it's not over. He needs one of these pins to tie. If they tie, we do a 2-frame roll-off. Right? 95, 140. Do I have it right? Let's see. 96. Yes. He needs to hit one of these pins. Oh no! Hit the pin. No! Oh, let's double check the math. It's 1 pin. Earlier in the stepladder, Angela wins by a pin. And in the finale, back-to-back 7-10s. Needing to get one of the 2, he misses. And Faith Pinter wins the New Mexico Youth Open by a stick. Holy cow. Oh my goodness gracious. Now you can throw that phone. Oh, what a heartbreaker for a super talented young man. He's going to get a lot of love from his family for that, as he should. Over here, Robin was unable to double, and Eileen stayed clean. Clean games, 1 matches this weekend, and a clean 190 is going to be plenty to win the girls' scratch title today. And yet we're still going to give Robin more bowling, as Robin and Dio are going to have to decide U17. Poor Robin, she did this last season at the Invite at Silva. We just couldn't get her to stop bowling. Same sort of scenario now. Great game from Eileen though, well done. Solid bowler right there. Wow, thrilling stuff here in New Mexico. It was 1 pin for Chris Barnes in August, and it's 1 pin for Faith Pinter in September. Awesome stuff.